Hi guys, how are you doing today? We have Lick in Paris and Totoro in the room. Morning. Oops. Okay, my alarm just went off. How are you guys today? All right. Okay, so today is our discussion for Daoko and Radwimps. And I think Daoko just released her new album Anima yesterday, and she was doing a live YouTube session, which I couldn't join. Did any of you guys join? I was wondering if anybody joined. So anyway, but I heard on the radio this morning her new song as well. So that was pretty cool. Hi Kim, hi Jace, yes, hi Lincoln Paris, hi Audrey. I would have missed it for nothing. Hello, thank you for coming, guys. All right, so we have 10 people in the room. Fantastic. Thank you all for the thumbs up. And Midnight Shinshi. Hello, just came just in time because I have the recording of the live. Thank you. I think it's my first time seeing you here. Thank you for joining. Okay, so let's get into our topic for today, which is Radwimps and Daoko. And I did a lot of research, but the difficulty for explaining context for Radwimps and Daoko is that both of them, they have a pretty good amount of English explanations out there on the internet that it's difficult to do anything original because first of all, Yojiro Noda, who is the vocalist and the songwriter for Radwimps, he grew up in the US. So he speaks very, very natural English, and he's also been doing a lot of sessions worldwide. So for me to provide extra context in English that's not already out there was sort of difficult. So I actually focused more on the movie that he wrote songs for, which is called Your Name, and also Weathering with You. So those two are the movies that I would like to talk about. I will try to cover a little bit of Radwimp context and a little bit of their lyrics, but a lot of the translations are already out there, so I don't want to repeat anything that's already out on the internet. Same with Daoko. There are a lot of bilingual fans out there who have already translated her songs, and so I'm just going to pick a song that I think was not popular as a translated version. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, I have some extra comments. Ilan, hi. I think is this your first time joining me? Thank you for commenting. Doodoo-pidoo, hi. How are you? Encanto, hi. Welcome back. Midnight Shinshi. Yeah, I saw Daoko and I recommended and instantly joined. Hi, everyone. Lincoln Paris, Your Name was released a few weeks ago on Netflix. Oh, really, really? So everybody is free to watch it? Not free, but as long as you're on Netflix or you play it, you're subscribed to Netflix, then everybody can watch it without extra money, I guess. I'm subscribed to Amazon Prime Video, so I need to pay a little bit extra. All right, I think that was for Weathering with You. For Your Name, I've already seen it in theater, so yeah. I don't think I need to see it on Amazon Prime Video again. Anyway, Blake, hi, how are you? Nice to see you back. Doodoo-pidoo, how are you doing there from the other side of the world? It's pretty cold in Tokyo. Can you believe it? It's 18 degrees. I have so many layers of clothing on. I think I'm gonna catch a cold. It's really cold in Tokyo. It's supposed to be summer. We're heading towards summer, but it's been quite cool these past few weeks. Elon, first time I messaged you on Instagram. Oh, really? Okay. Sorry, I didn't notice it yet. This morning we actually had a huge earthquake in Chiba, and I think a lot of us woke up at like 4 or 5 a.m. But I think I don't have much memory of waking up, so sorry. I may have seen it, but maybe let me go back and look at it. Nikex, hello, good morning. Hi, thank you guys for joining. Is it a holiday? I have so many people joining today. Is it a holiday? Okay, Blake, I saw Weathering with You 3 times. I actually haven't seen it yet. I really want to see it. Like in Paris, where are you from? Okay, anyway, so thank you guys so much for the comments. I'll be going back and forth. So I'll be looking at a different script that I have written for this live, and then I'll be going back to your comments and then going back and forth. So I might not be able to immediately respond, but I will eventually get around to them. So please stick around. Okay. All right, so let me start the session. Okay, so I'm going to start with Radwimps because I guess there's so much that I need to cover, because if I include the explanation for the animation movies, it's going to be a lot. So I have listed 2 songs for Radwimps and then 2 trailers for Radwimps. It's not Radwimps, sorry, two movie trailers that have soundtracks created by Radwimps. The first song is Daijyoubu, which I heard is the closing song for Weathering with You. And the second song is There Still Anything That Love Can Do? And in Japanese, the title is 愛にできることはまだあるかい? Which is the exact same meaning. So is there anything that I can still do, that love can still do? And then in Japanese, we use the word 愛 to describe love, but we also, some people commented that actually it's referring to the English word I am, like the word I, me as well. So when he says, when he sings, 愛にできることはまだあるかい? Is there anything that is there still anything that love can do? Then it also means, is there still anything that I can do? If you replace the love with I, then it's kind of funny. Okay. All right. So let's get into Daijyoubu. So for the movie Weathering with You, Radwimps was very, very engaged in the movie making process. When the first collaboration between the animation director Makoto Shinkai. Sorry, let me go a little bit back. For those of you who don't know or have never watched Your Name or Weathering with You, it is directed by an animation director called Makoto Shinkai. Let me write that down for you guys. 誠ってどうやって書くんだっけ? 深海。まあいいや。英語で書こう。誠深海。Okay, so Makoto Shinkai is the director for Your Name, Weathering with You, and he has won many international awards for animation direction. I think he's been around for quite a long time. In Japan, we have this second generation, a group of second generation anime directors. So our first generation is our very much beloved Hayao Miyazaki. First generation. Yeah. Oh. First generation animation director Hayao Miyazaki, and I think it was in 1984 that he released his first movie called Nausicaa, Princess of the Valley, Nausicaa. Yeah, and then he has been making so many hits ever since then. If you're a fan of Japan, I don't think you should miss out on Ghibli movies. His studio name is Ghibli. And all the people who grew up watching Hayao Miyazaki, all the people my age actually, because I was born in 1984, all the people who grew up watching Hayao Miyazaki, I think they, not all, but sorry, some of the people who grew up wanting to become an animation director by watching his movies are out right now and are in the main scene. So one of them are Makoto Shinkai. There's another famous animation director called, sorry, let me look back at my script. I love him, but sometimes it's difficult for me to recall his name. 細田守細田。守細田。Who is very famous for his movie Summer Wars. Yeah, if you have never seen Summer Wars, definitely, please definitely go watch it because it's a fantastic movie. So hope you guys don't get confused because they actually have very similar characteristics. Both of them portray Mamoru Hosoda and Makoto Shinkai. They both display a lot of fantastic skies. So when you're seeing this the screen, your screen is always full of these cumulonimbus summer clouds. So both of them portray a lot of beautiful skies. Mamoru Hosoda says that he portrays a lot of the skies that he has seen back in his hometown, which is quite on the countryside. So I think if you want to tell the difference between Mamoru Hosoda and Makoto Shinkai, then I think Makoto Shinkai portrays more of the Tokyo life, Tokyo or city life. Tokyo or city life, and then Mamoru Hosoda is more of countryside life. Sorry. It just generally speaking, I know both of them have, they're always creating new things. So just my interpretation of analyzing what's different about them is this. All right. Okay, let me look at your comments. Lincoln Paris, Dudupidu, where are you from? Dudupidu, I'm from Brazil. Okay, great. I think a lot of people from South America around. No, I mean, I spoke with you on Instagram. Oh, sorry, the Sheena Ringo fan. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, yes. Okay, now I realize who you are. Lincoln Paris, France, that's pretty far too. Okay, Chase, what time is it where you are? For me, it's 10 a.m. Blake, I'm a huge fan of Makoto Shinkai. Yeah, I think a lot of overseas fans are out there. Doodoo-doo, yeah, very far. I love France. Okay, didn't Studio Ghibli make Spirited Away? Yes, Kim, you are correct. Spirited Away is by Ghibli. Midnight Shinshi Ghibli movies are such classics even outside Japan. Thank you. it's weird for me to say thank you, but I just feel I guess I appreciate people who watch Japanese movies. Okay, all right. Okay, it's 9:14 p.m. where I am. Okay, that's good time. All right. Okay, so let me get back into explaining the second generation anime producers. And by the way, I wanted to mention another animation producer, 世界の片隅に. But I won't get into that. It's just, I think the topic will be too broad. Okay, so let me go back to talking about Kimi no Nawa. Okay. Okay, so all right. Again, sorry, it's not like, what do you call it, directly about Radwimps, but it's partially about Radwimps. Okay, so Kimi no Nawa was the biggest, I guess, the first big hit by Makoto Shinkai. Even before Kimi no Nawa, Kimi no Nawa is Your Name. Your Name. Okay, so Kimi no Nawa was the first, what do you call it, really, really huge box office seller in Japan. And I think if you lived in Japan when it was released, which was 2016, I think everybody was talking about Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, because it was 5 years after the Tohoku Daishinsai, which is great earthquake of Tohoku. Tohoku でいいんだよな。East. Okay, so for those of you who may not know, Japan had a huge earthquake in 2011. We refer to it as 311. Because it's sort of similar to 911 and it's easy to remember. So so we had a huge earthquake in the morning. I think it was in the morning, of March 11th, 2011. And it was in the Tohoku region. And it was not only the earthquake that crushed the region that was hit, but it was also a tsunami that completely wiped away the region. And so Japan was in a very, very, what do you call it? I guess it was, we were completely devastated. Our economy completely stopped. And I think emotionally as well, we were all, it took us a lot of time for us to recover. And even in 2006, we had, in 2016, when Your Name was released, we still had kind of this idea, what do you call it? Like, my English words aren't coming out today. So even in 2016, we were all still a little bit sensitive about earthquakes, natural disasters. And in the movie Your Name, it is about an asteroid falling. An asteroid falls and destroys a city. And one of the characters may or may not die in that scene. I don't want to say the ending because some of you guys may have not watched it. And what was sad is that, well, let me say what was positive and what was negative. Okay, so what was the positive reaction about the movie Your Name was that all the scenes were just so beautiful and luminescent. I think luminescent is the right word to say it. So Makoto Shinkai's skies are portrayed in a very unique way. He uses a mixture of hand-drawn sky, hand-drawn plus CG. Hand-drawn and CG portrayal of skies, which tend to light up in pink and orange quite frequently. So when you look at Makoto Shinkai's skies, it's usually green, pink, orange. It's like a very highlighted color. It's sort of like one of those like luminescent stickers. If you flip it around, it becomes very, what do you call it? I think there's a word for it. One of those stickers that you flip around it and it shines in a different color. Okay, so those are the skies that Makoto Shinkai portrays. And on the other hand, we have another anime director called Mamoru Hosoda, which I keep referring to, and he draws skies that are more very, what do you call it? They are more they're closer to the Ghibli movie skies, I guess. It's like a relaxing version of a slow countryside sky. And I think when you look at their skies, it's completely different because that's what I love about them. And so when Your Name came out, the positive reaction was that the skies are just so beautiful. And and also the music by Radwimps. Radwimps wrote 26 songs for this movie. Songs by Radwimps. 26 songs by Radwimps, of which 4 songs had verses and 22 songs were instrumentals. Right? So there were already a lot of Radwimps fans out there, and I think they were very excited to know that the full BGM, full soundtrack for Your Name was by Radwimps. So I think what do you call it? So the popularity of Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, not only came from the story itself, but also the musical direction as well. And by the way, I think this is the first complete tie-up that Radwimps had with Shinkai Makoto. And then came the second movie in 2019. Sorry if I'm wrong. I think it was 3 years after 2018 or 19. Sorry if I'm wrong. I'll look back at my script and double check. 2000 and 2019 is correct. Yes. Okay. 2019. All right. Is Weathering with You. And then, 3 years after the release of Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, came Weathering with You, which is Tenki no Ko in Japanese. Tenki no Ko. Tenki no Ko means child of weather. Tenki means weather. ko means child. So child of weather. And in this movie, Radwimps was more involved in the musical direction of the whole movie. By the way, Yojiro Noda, who is the lead vocal for Radwimps, is also an actor. So he has played a lead role in, what do you call it? Japanese dramas. I'm not sure if you guys refer to it as dramas, but in American English, it might be sitcoms. Or, what do you call it? But I guess it's called J-dramas, right? J-dramas. Anyways, so Yojiro Noda is a very good actor as well, and he has appeared on very popular TV shows. So you can tell that he is very talented at multiple arts, and he was more and more involved in the musical direction of the movie Tenki no Ko. So in the previous movie, Your Name, the situation was that Radwimps it was more like they were hired. They were offered 26 slots in the movie to create a song, and then they submitted their songs to Makoto Shinkai, and then Makoto Shinkai would say, okay, so this is okay, this is not okay, fix this, we'll take this. And it was what do you call it? It was a very, he called it a very vertical communication. So his band members would create some music and they would be submitting it to Yojiro, who is the leader of the band, and then Yojiro would submit it to Makoto-san. So it was a very vertical discussion, he said. But in Tenki no Ko, he said that not he personally, but what I have been reading is that Yojiro was involved in the creation of the movie and the whole soundtrack as if he were part of the production. Okay. All right. Okay. So for those of you who have not seen Tenki no Ko, let me get into a little bit of an explanation for Tenki no Ko. But I also want to cover your comments. So let me cover your comments. Lincoln Barris, it's 3 a.m. here. Sorry about that. Midnight Shisha. I guess it's flattering when people compliment things that are a part of our pop culture and life. Totoro. Midnight Shisha, I'm guessing you're Japanese. Okay. Totoro, I actually saw Kimi no Na wa because of Radwimps. Oh, cool. I guess a lot of people were in that situation. It was promoted as a movie. I mean, when I saw the promotion, half of it was about Radwimps. So it was, I think it was not only the story that got people involved, it was also the music. Blake, iridescent. Yes, sorry. Iridescent. Yes, that word. I was looking for that word. Thank you. 617, is this a song made with this movie? Yes. So the Radwimps songs that I have listed, Daijyoubu and 愛にできることはまだあるかい, these two are the theme songs for Weathering with You. For Your Name, there are a different set of songs, but there are he actually, Radwimps released the album in English as well, so I didn't really want to cover the previous album because it's so, what do you call it? It's just out there in English. So yeah. So I'm going to cover the two songs that was released at the timing of Tenki no Ko. Right. Okay, so Sorry, I'm a bit unorganized with the talking today because there's just too much to talk about. Okay, so Tenkinoko is a movie about um, a boy who came to Tokyo because he left home. So basically, he's homeless, and then it's also about a girl who can change the weather just by wishing. And then in the story setting, the what do you call it? The story starts out by saying that the environment has been damaged so badly that the rain won't stop. So you will see a lot of images of rainy Tokyo, stormy Tokyo, and it kind of portrays the current situation in Japan where everybody is, what do you call it? Everybody is on social networks, and there are just so many people who are what do you call it? Being bullied, I guess, being bullied on social networks, I guess. In Japanese, we call it enjo. Get on fire. So I think for you guys who have seen the Mondai Girl promotion video, you've seen Carrie hold a phone that got on fire. In Japanese, when your tweet suddenly blows up in a negative way, it's called enjo, get on fire. And this has been happening a lot recently in Japan with social networks taking over our communication. So what's happening is that a lot of people attack famous people or popular people just for saying something in that was not phrased properly, for example. Or they kind of make what also recently happened was that a girl that was on Terrace House, which is a reality show. It's called a reality show, but it's actually fiction. So a girl on Terrace House committed suicide because people thought that the character portrayed on the reality show was exactly her, which was not the case. And people attacked her private Twitter account or her private social network account, and she ended up committing suicide. So what happened after Kimi no Nawa was released, Your Name was released, Makoto Shinkai received a lot of negative comments, which got on fire. And he portrays the same situation in the movie by portraying rain. So the rain hitting Tokyo so hard that it's hard to breathe, it's hard to do anything else. Because Makoto Shinkai received so many negative comments about him using, people said that he used the Tohoku disaster, the earthquake disaster, as a way of entertainment. So that's the negative comment that he received, which I think was not true. But when people saw the movie, I think they immediately reflected upon the earthquake in 2011. So I guess a lot of people reacted very negatively. So it was a very popular movie, but it brought up a lot of commotion, I guess, for people who were not completely cured in regards to their emotional reaction towards the earthquake. Okay, so Makoto Shinkai said that it was really hard for him to get over those negative comments about him using natural disasters as part of entertainment. And so the movie opening of Tenkinoko is a stormy Tokyo. So the rain is beating so hard on Tokyo, and that's the situation Makoto Shinkai was portraying. Okay. But what he really wanted to portray, and what he has always been portraying, is praying for peace. His movies are always about love and what do you call it? Setsunasa. Setsunasa. So what's very what do you call it? Iconic about Shinkai Makoto's movies are the way he the way he portrays love and relationships and how life goes. It's very setsunai, or the situation, it has a lot of setsunasa. And setsunasa or setsunai means emotional, with a bit of hurting. So when you say something is very setsunai, or it has setsunasa, setsunai. When you say something is setsunai, then you feel basically it gets you really emotional, and it's slightly painful. It's the feeling you have in your adolescent ages. So maybe you like a person, but maybe that person doesn't like you back, or you feel you had a great summer, but the summer is ending, so you're feeling a bit lonely, or it's slightly painful. But setsunasa is not completely a bad or a sad thing. It's more like what do you call it? It's part of life. It's some people even enjoy a setsunai feeling, and Makoto Shinkai is very, very good at portraying setsunasa. So he usually portrays young boys, girls who are in school. They have some sort of situation that they need to overcome, and they work together to get over that situation. And it's about love and relationships and how the world works, and a little bit of bittersweetness. Yes, it's nasa means bittersweet, I guess. Yeah, I would put it as bittersweet. And I think this is the same theme that Radwimps carry. Because when I read the lyrics to Radwimps, most of them are very setsunai, bittersweet. It opens up in a very sad way. For example, let me pick up some of the lyrics for Daijyoubu. 大丈夫. Okay, so the chorus goes, 世界が君の小さな肩に乗っているのが僕にだけは見えて泣き出しそうでいると、大丈夫ってさ、君が気づいてさ、聞くから大丈夫だよって僕は慌てて言うけど、なんでそんなことを言うんだよ。崩れそうなのは君なのに。Okay, so even reading this makes me emotional. So the first verse, 世界が君の小さな肩に乗ってるのが, so it means the world or the universe is sitting on your small shoulders. 僕にだけは見えて, I'm the only one who can see that. 泣き出しそうでいると, I'm almost crying. 大丈夫ってさ, Are you okay? 君が気づいてさ, you realize that I'm not okay, so you ask me, okay? Are you okay? 聞くから大丈夫だよって. So you ask me 大丈夫? So I say Yeah, I'm 大丈夫。大丈夫 means I'm okay. 僕は慌てて言うけど、I rush to say that. なんでそんなことを言うんだよ。Why do you say something like that? 崩れそうなのは君なのに。It's you that actually may break or may fall apart. It's actually you that may fall apart. But you're the one asking me 大丈夫. And then I think the song goes on saying 君の大丈夫になりたい. I want to be your 大丈夫. I don't want to make you 大丈夫. I want to be your 大丈夫. So I guess the nuance is a bit different. He doesn't want to protect that girl because protecting is kind of saying that you're stronger. It's more like I want to be a place for you so that you can become 大丈夫. It's just a very, very sweet verse, don't you think? It's very 切ない. Okay, let me read some of your comments. I've been going on and on. Okay. All right. Midnight Shinshi. Oh no, I'm actually Mexican, but my nickname was suggested by a Japanese acquaintance. I see. Okay. Pretty good. In Tokyo, it's 10 a.m. now, and in Brazil, it's 10:30 p.m. now. Right now, isn't it fascinating? Oh, cool. It's thank you for letting me know. I can calculate better now. Linky Paris. Oh yeah, like that girl in Terrace House. Yeah, definitely. That was a very sad situation. I think the Japanese government is making laws to prevent similar things from happening, so that we can protect people online. 617. Trolls are the worst. Oh, are they called trolls? People who attack other people on the internet? Okay. Midnight Shinshi. Sadly, people sometimes get too heated, especially when it's about something rather emotionally charged, right? Elon, I felt like he made the movie as therapy for the earthquake, not to make money. Right, exactly. I think most people, most normal people thought that. Sorry. I was creating artworks yesterday, so my room's a bit messy. Okay, so yeah, most of the people thought that, but I guess, sometimes the comments, what do you call it? The reactions of normal people sometimes don't reach the director. It's usually more of the heated audience that reaches the director. So it's quite sad. 切ない melancholy. Oh yes, melancholy. Very good. Thank you. Melancholy. Right. Melancholy is the best word to describe it. Yes. Lincoln Paris. I'm really tired. I got to go. See you, everyone. I'll watch the replay. Okay. See you. Melancholia or nostalgia? Okay. Bye. Stay kawaii. Interesting. Totoro, good night. Okay. It's nice that you guys are communicating with each other. Okay. Dripping with honey, that verse. Yeah, it's a very, very sweet verse. Okay, so all right, thank you. I've seen all of your comments up to now. Okay, and then what's interesting also is at the end of the music video of Daijyoubu, you see the word bokjing, bokjing, and I'm referring. I think this this is just Yojiro-san's way of saying little me. in Japanese, bokjing is a little me. Like a little boy will refer to himself as little me. So maybe it's sort of like the what do you call it? The child spirit within Yojiro-san. Child spirit. Okay. All right. And then I also wanted to talk about the first part of 愛にできることはまだあるかい? 愛にできることはまだあるかい? 僕にできることはまだあるかい? Okay, so another example of something 切ない by Radwimps. Okay, let's go through the first verse. Okay. 何も持たずに生まれ落ちた僕。I felt, I was born, I was born, what do you call it? I was born with nothing in my hands. 永遠の隙間でのたうち回ってる。I am, what do you call it? I am battling things throughout eternity, throughout a small space in eternity. 諦めたものと賢いものだけが勝者の時代にどこで息をする。It's hard for me to breathe in an era when all the winners are people who gave up or people who were who are witty. 賢い can mean witty, but it also can mean like, what do you call it? Witty in like a business way, like a business smart way, street smart way. 支配者も神もどこか他人顔。So, 支配者。all the rulers and gods do not care about me or the world. 他人顔 means, what do you call it? They're pretending not to be a friend. だけど本当は分かっているはず。But they actually should already know. 世界が背中を向けてもまだなお立ち向かう君が今もここにいる。The world may have turned their back on you, but you are here trying to battle it. 愛にできることはまだあるかい？僕にできることはまだあるかい？ Is there still something that love can do? Is there anything that I can do? Okay, so sorry, that was a very slow translation. I didn't mean for it to be such a slow translation. But anyway, I wanted to portray the setsunasa of the lyrics for Radwimps. Okay, I have a lot of other things written down. Okay, so going back to the topic of Radwimps, okay, so the word Radwimps, I think if you guys know Radwimps, you should know this, but the word was made with a combination of the word rad, meaning cool or awesome, and the word wimp, meaning, somebody who is not that strong. So they meant for the word to mean a really awesome, not like a loser, but a wimp. So an awesome wimp is kind of what they wanted to, what I think Yojiro or the band members wanted to portray. And Yojiro, as I mentioned, grew up in the US. He grew up, his elementary school was, he went to elementary school in Tennessee and LA. Yes. Okay. And then let me look at some additional things that I may have not covered today. Sorry. Okay. All right. Going back to the movie Kimi no Na wa. This is a reference to I personally think the way that the girl and the boy switched bodies is a reference to the 1984 film called 転校生. I think us Japanese people are quite used to animation situation or movie situation where the bodies become changed or the spirit of people go into other people's bodies. So Tenkose is a pretty good example of a situation where a boy and a girl swap bodies. So what happens is Tenkose means the new kid in school, the new kid in school. The new kid in school. And what happens is a girl and boy tumble down a set of stairs and they end up switching bodies for the summer. And I think Kimi no Na is the same setting. So I thought it was a reference back to Tenkose. Okay, let me look at your comments. Oh wow, I never knew the lyrics of the song. It's quite beautiful. Yep. Like a cool nerd. Yeah, exactly. Awesome loser. What that's a Radwimp. Midnight Shinsu. That's actually a great name. Didn't know that meaning. Oh great, okay. Alright. Okay. Yes, and something that I also wanted to let you guys know is that the setting, the season for animation movies is usually summer, right? I'm not sure if that happens in your country, but in Japan, summertime is when all the kids experience something new for the first time. I think we feel that summer vacation is a timing where your life changes. You have life-changing events. So most of our animations happen during summer, like the season where the most change happens or the climax of the movie is in summer. And this is also because summertime is the box office's key season for creating revenue as well, because all the kids are out of school. All right, so I think most of the anime movies out there, you can see they portray beautiful summer skies, and they are happening in the summer. Okay, and then going back to Weathering with You, there is a word called hare onna, ame onna. Okay, in Weathering with You, if you see the trailer, the boy says to the girl, "Oh, you're a hare onna." Hare onna means a woman that makes the sunshine. A woman that makes the sunshine. And then the opposite would be ame onna, which means a woman that makes the rainfall. And this word has been around for as long as I can remember. So when, I don't know why, but us Japanese people think that it's our own fault to bring on the weather. So if you go on, if you go for coffee with a friend, or if you're walking through the park with a friend and it suddenly rains, you might say, "Oh, I'm an ame onna. I just made it rain. I'm a person that brings bad luck." And the other, vice versa as well. If you're the person who goes outside and it's always and it's always, what do you call it? Bright outside. The sun is always shining on you. Then you would refer to yourself as a hare onna. although it's not scientifically proven, we kind of think that we have these powers, these imaginary powers of making the sunshine or the rainfall. Okay. All right. Okay, let me look through your comments. Ilan, summer used to be when blockbuster action movies come out, but now it's kind of year-round. Yeah, because of Netflix and everybody's not going to theaters anymore, so it doesn't really matter which season the movie is portrayed in. 617, maybe Trent Reznor is one of the greatest Radwimps ever. Not sure who that is, sorry. Totoro. For us, it will be Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's now that I think of it. Interesting. In the US. Midnight Shinshi in Mexico, both Christmas and summer are special to us because of holidays and stuff. Right. Especially, I think in the West, all your families get together during Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, for example, Home Alone is kind of a similar. I think when you think of a child becoming an adolescent, like growing up through a situation, I kind of think of Home Alone as a good example. And that happened during, I think, Christmas, right? So for us, that situation usually happens in the summer because we have so much time during summer vacation. Okay. All right. Okay. And then going back to what Makoto Shinkai said about the movie, he said that although I didn't see the movie, his key phrases for the movie were 人の内心を誰が裁けるのだろう? Who will be able to judge, or should anybody judge what people think in their hearts? So after receiving all those negative comments on social networks, Makoto Shinkai thought that since everybody's emotions are now displayed openly on social networks, it's just so, what do you call it? He feels so crammed in the situation and he can't breathe because he doesn't have the freedom to imagine what he wants. So he kind of feels that all his emotions and all his internal feelings are being controlled by the public because of social networks. And that's why he said this statement, 人の内心を誰が裁けるのだろう? So who are you to judge somebody for their emotions or for their imagination? 君の名を, oh yes, and he also said that when he released 君の名, he wanted people to overcome the natural disasters, and it was more like a pray for peace, but it was taken in the wrong way. And therefore, that is why he wanted to end the movie Weathering with You with the word Daijyoubu. So basically in Japan, we use the word Daijyoubu a lot. And no. So he wanted to say, no matter what happens, no matter how many people attack you on the internet, you're going to be daijoubu because I'm there for you. You're going to be okay no matter what happens. Even if the sky falls, even if the environment is in a horrible state, I will always be there. I will always be there for you, and therefore you will be daijoubu. Okay. All right. Yep. I think I've covered everything I wanted to say for Radwimps, and it's been an hour. Okay, let me read your comment. Blake, Weathering with You is now on DVD Blu-ray in Japan, and the English language release is in August. Oh, really? Sorry, I didn't know that the English language release was not available yet. Sorry about that. Tsuyoi Boy. Why didn't Daoko's Osaka no machi kana? No get popular. I expected it to boom with the rise of aesthetic music videos. Oh, I haven't watched that yet. Sorry. I'll go take a look. This is actually part 1 for Radwimps and Daoko. It's just they have so much discography that I couldn't cover everything. So maybe I'll take a look at that later. Osaka? Okay, I'll take a look at that. Thank you, Tsuyoi Boy. Midnight Shinshi, yeah, family and coming together is quite a big deal here in the West. And I hope you listen to that song. NIN. I'm not sure what NIN means. Okay. Anyway, okay, let's cover a little bit of Daoko. Otogi no machi. Sorry, thank you. Sorry, I can't read 漢字。ごめんね、本当に。おとぎの町ね。Take a look at that. Sorry, you guys are better at Japanese than me. I think I saw Tenki no Ko at Walmart. We'll check it out tomorrow. Great. Okay, all right. Let's cover a little bit of Daoko. I don't have much actually. Because she has a lot of English fans and a lot of her content is already translated. Okay, so I picked up 3 songs and I won't get too far into the songs, but let me talk about Ocharaketayo, Uchiagehanabi, and Kaketeageru. Okay. So Ocharaketayo is one of Daoko's most recent releases, and it means I fooled around. So charakeru means to ocharake means to fool around, but charakeru can also mean to lie or say something irresponsibly. And the word chara is used quite frequently, and it's used in a situation where things are not organized, or such as the word charamporan. Charamporan means unorganized, or it's not well done. And then there's also the word chara-chara suru. Chara-chara means not grounded or not focused, I guess. So youths may be told by adults to stop being chara-chara, stop fooling around, stop being so ungrounded, and look at reality. Stop being so chara-chara. Or the other word charai can come up as a word to say he is a playboy. Okay. Okay, so the word charakeru means to lie or say irresponsibly. And okay, so in the chorus of this song, Daoko keeps saying that she went outside, but it was very bright and cold. And I kind of feel that she's again referring to smartphones, the internet, and everything. From what I have read, Daoko became popular when she was about 16. when she was still a student, and she was said to be like a very masked, mysterious 女子高生. 女子高生 meaning schoolgirl, high school girl. And so she was referred to as masked by the internet. So basically, she has used the internet to gain her fame, but it's also been hard for her to control her fame as well. So I guess that's what she is referring to in おちゃらけたよ。外に出たら明るくて冷たくて。Okay, all right. And then let me go through. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the lyrics for Uchiagehanabi, but I just wanted to cover a little bit about how different fireworks are in the West and in Japan. So in Japan, fireworks tend to go up one by one in most areas. So I think in the West, you guys use fireworks as more of an entertainment. So I think there are tens, hundreds of fireworks launching at once. And it's like a spectacular show. But in Japan, we value more of the silent fireworks. Again, we like seeing things that fade fast. Like it connects with the word setsunasa, melancholy. So, and it also connects to the season. So, a season of summer, where it becomes very bright, but it fades away quite easily. So Japanese people like situations where things light up and then they fall, light up and then they fall. It's the same with sakura. They bloom all at once, but then they fall. It's more of the falling that Japanese people treasure. I guess this is also connected to the samurai culture, when a lot of people beautified the situation of dying for things that you believe in. So, 散り際が美しい is what we say in Japanese. So the way you fall, it's more important that you die beautifully. Like, you don't necessarily have to literally die, but to fall beautifully or to end beautifully is what we treasure. So when we look at fireworks, it's more like we're looking. We like the brightness of the fireworks, but we're also watching the fireworks fade. So that's why we want one or two at a time. We don't want millions of fireworks going up at one time because we can't see them fade. Yeah, so I linked a random video of Japanese fireworks in there, so you can see how different Japanese fireworks are different from Western fireworks. Okay. Okay, let me look at your comments. Midnight Shinshi, kanji gets difficult to read. The smaller it is. No, it's not the fact that it was small. Sorry. Now that you remind me, I know the kanji. Sorry. It's just that when my mind is set to English, sometimes I can't recognize some words. Blake, my favorite Daoko song is はじめましての気持ちを. Okay, I'll note that down. はじめまして. I'm so passionate about her music. Yeah, I like her soft, sweet voice. And I think rapping is now a huge boom in Japan. I recently listened to a lot of radio shows by Akko Gorilla-chan. Akko Gorilla. She is a rapper, and her Instagram is really cool. It's super funky. I think one of her recent posts includes girls having beautiful armpit hair, and what else? What kind of hair? I think leg hair. She had a lot of colorful strands of hair from her armpits and her legs, and that was pretty cool. So sorry, I'm going off topic, but I liked her Instagram account, Ako Gorilla. By the way, okay. Going back at the comments, Totoro Suisei, love the version with Daoko and all my favorites. Yeah, I love Suisei as well. Yes, I wanted to cover that as well, but it's already available in English, so I skipped through that, sorry. Midnight, Suisei is so beautiful, one of my favorites with Kaketeageru. Yes, Kaketeageru ne. Totoro, oh yeah, sent a bunch to the sky. She started doing music since 2012, but didn't show her face until late 2015, right? I think that's because she was a student, right? Most kids who are still in school try not to show their face. Totoro, Ako Gorilla had a YouTube presentation a few days ago. It was amazing. Really? I wanted to watch that. And Kato, my favorite is probably Daisuki or Bang. Blake, Daoko's music has more variety than most pop artists. Yeah, especially because I think multiple people have been recruiting her to perform their songs. So Daoko not only writes music, but she performs it, right? And she's also very visually oriented. What do you call it? She's very visually talented as well. So when I heard Daoko talking on the radio, she said that when she wants to perform something musical, she actually draws it first as a painting or a drawing, and then she shows it to her producer or director, and she says, okay, this is kind of the image that I want to perform. So that was surprising to me. Okay, all right. Okay, and then finally I get around to Kaketeageru. Kaketeageru is it's a very sweet song, and I agree with you that Suisei and Kaketeageru are one of her best songs. And why I wanted to cover Kaketeageru is because there are actually 5 or 6 meanings of the word Kaketeageru or kakeru. So, kakeru. Kakeru ne. Okay, so first meaning is to enchant, and this was already in the lyrics. She said that I'm going to enchant you with some magic. So first meaning is enchant. Second meaning of kakeru is run, to run, and she's actually running in the start of the video as well. So that's another meaning. Third meaning is to multiply, and this is also in the lyrics. She said that she's going to multiply this and this. And then number 4, to combine meanings. 意味を掛け合わせる. To combine something is to かける or 掛け合わせる. 5, to pour on, to pour something on. And in the opening of the video, I think there are a lot of objects that look like they were poured on her. So that was interesting as well. And then number 6 is to fall on. So the pour on, fall on is something similar. So you can decide to pour it, or if it's falling on you, it's also かけられた. So かける has a lot of meanings, and I think she used that very well. Okay. Midnight Shinshi, that's such a unique way of making a song. Blake, I know nothing about Daoko herself. Thank you. Great. Okay. All right. So that's all I have prepared for today. Sorry, it's a bit unorganized. I'm trying my best, but I've realized that most of the popular artists have a lot of translations out there, and in order to find something that's not already translated is just so difficult. So takes a lot of time for me. So next week I'm thinking of doing part 2 for Daoko and Radwimps. Hopefully I can provide some interesting information to you. Okay, so okay. Midnight Shinshi Kaketeageru's MV is also very beautiful. I think the way it plays with the song itself is amazing. By the way, I have the original song she posted for free back then in 2012. Maybe I can share with you. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's it for my session today. If you have any requests, let me know. Either on Instagram or YouTube is fine. Totoro Kaketeageru only has a live version in California. Not video. Oh, really? You're not capable of watching the music video? Tsuyoi boy, bye. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining, Tsuyoi boy. Okay, all right. So I think I'll end the session. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next week, same time. So it's Japan time, Thursday, 10 a.m. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you.